Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be looking at the fishing pole trap. And it starts off with pawn to e4. Wait, I'll just flip the board for you guys because it's played with black, so black goes pawn to e5. So if you play e5 with black, you can always try this. Knight to f3, knight to c6, simple. But thing is, if white decides to play Vienna with knight to c3, then it won't work, so to be careful of that. So knight to f3, knight to c6, and white should also be playing Roy Lopez. If he plays bishop c4, I don't think it's as effective. So go bishop to b5, knight to f6, the usual. And now here white castles. And here you play a very unorthodox move, knight to g4. And okay, at first it just looks like a waste of a move, but really it has a really sinister meaning behind it. So obviously white wants to get rid of the knight on g4 because it's a pesky little knight, because it's kind of threatening these areas. I mean, not immediately, but after a few moves this knight can cause a problem. So white plays pawn to h3 to move it out of the way. And here, instead of going back with your knight to f6, that'll just be a waste. Then there's no use of playing knight to g4. So here you play the move pawn to h5. What is the idea behind it? Well, you'll see that is the trap, and you're telling white that okay, take the knight. I'm letting you take the knight. But okay, if you're white here, if you don't want to take the knight, what else can you do exactly? I mean, okay, you can go knight to c3, you can continue with your development. I can continue with mine, and eventually I can build up an attack on the king side, which will be a little harmful. And the thing is, you can never take this knight, and I'll show you why I'm saying this. Because let's say you take the knight, it leads to a mate in like 3 to 4 moves. So you take the pawn, and now the only move which can help white prevent the mate for about 1 or 2 moves is knight to e1. Now let's see all the other options as well. We'll see knight to e5. I mean, knight to e5 is kind of a stupid move, nobody's gonna play it. You have knight to h2, which looks like the reasonable move, and you have knight to e1. Both of these end up losing. You really don't have an escape. Now if you go knight to h2, go queen to h5, h4, and after this it's pretty much game over. You can't stop this mate, because if he moves his knight, let's say knight takes g4, you have queen h1 checkmate. If he takes queen takes g4, you have queen takes h2 checkmate. If he goes knight to f3, you have queen to h1 checkmate. And if he tries to go f3, well, you have the move pawn to g3. And after this, again, white can't do anything. I mean, the only move he has is knight to g4, and again queen to h1 checkmate. If he doesn't do anything, he can go rook to e1, but that doesn't stop white from losing. You have queen takes h2, and you have king to f1 check, king to e2, and actually, yeah, you can give the check, or I think the better move would be probably knight to d4, and after something like king to d3, you just take this, and you're in a completely winning position. One more thing he could possibly do is rook to e1 straight away, but that again doesn't help him survive for long. Oops, sorry. Queen to h1, king to e2, check, king to e3. After takes, it's pretty much losing. Now what is the other option? The other option, as I said, was knight to e1. This is a confirmed mate now, because after queen to h4, the only move you have to actually save yourself from h2 and h1 is f3. Well, you're not safe for long. After g3, you cannot stop queen to h1 in any case. You can take bishop takes c6. I won't even try to take this, right? I'll just finish you off with queen to h1 checkmate. So that's pretty much the fishing pole trap. And I it's not only for this. The fishing pole trap's actually just a theory. Like it's an idea. It doesn't necessarily have to be in this position that you play knight to g4. You can stumble upon to this position at any point of your game. It doesn't have to be that he has to play these exact moves. You can even play it with white, actually, as a matter of fact, because I've seen many games in French and so on where white eventually plays like knight to g5, and black tries to play h6, and white eventually pushes h4. And so you can do it anyhow. It's just that I showed you this because it's a straightforward win for black, and it's really easy to show you what I mean. So you can use it any point. I mean, it's not forced that white has to play this. It can come under any circumstance. So you should always be vigilant of these type of ideas. And yeah, anyways, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content. Thanks for watching.